everybody. Today you are going to spend your time creating a word problem and solving it with addition for your website where you're posting all of the things and things that you've learned this year and what you're proficient in or how you feel you're doing in each thing. So today we're going to do the addition piece, and you're going to have a choice today. I am going to give you some options of some word problems like you're going to see here in the lesson today, where you can use that word problem and just fill in the blanks with your own numbers and then solve. Or you can create your own addition word problem. And I'll talk about just some of the parameters around that when we get there. So one choice today is I'm going to give you a few word problems in your assignment, and you can choose which one you would like to do to solve and post on your website for your example of how you solve addition problems. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. I have here, Lily owns an apple orchard. She helps pick all of the apples to sell. On Tuesday, she picked blank apples. On Wednesday, she picked blank apples. How many apples did Lily pick in all? So we see we have this wording here, in all. That gives us a hint we're doing an addition problem. So if you're going to create your own addition problem, you might want to be sure you have words like that, right? So your choice today is to create your own number sentence, your own word problem out of this, and pick the numbers that you want to use. Now, if you pick 5 and 3, do you think that's going to be acceptable? Yeah, no. We want to pick numbers that are going to be challenging for you, but not impossible. Okay, so I want you to think really carefully about what numbers you choose. Even if you choose something like 50 and 30, I know you guys know how to do that mentally. You shouldn't have to draw it out and show your work, so I don't want you to do that. Do not pick numbers where you already immediately know the answer without having to solve it using some strategies, okay? So you need to challenge yourself. Third graders, it needs to be a 3-digit and 3-digit word problem. So you need to pick 3-digit numbers. Fourth graders, you can pick 3-digit numbers or more, okay? So you've got to have higher numbers, 3 digits or more, and you have to make sure it's challenging. So if I want to pick 2 3-digit numbers, even something like 250 plus 150, that's not challenging enough. I know you can do that mentally, so I want you to make sure you make it challenging. So I'm going to pick, let's see, 675, and I'm going to pick 298, because I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I know I can solve it, but I don't know what it is off of the top of my head. So then you're going to go ahead and solve the word problem completely, just like you do with your application problems. So remember this, the final product of this, I want you to do it on paper if you can. You're going to be posting it on your website. So you want to make sure it's neat, it's clean, it's accurate, and it's done thoroughly. So the first thing you're going to do is make sure you set up your number sentence, because that's one of the expectations, that you should have your number sentence written clearly out. So I know that the math I have to solve today is 675 plus 298. So I'm going to write it out very clearly. I don't have my answer yet. And then based on how I'm going to go about solving this, I'm going to set up my visual strategy. Okay, so this is where you're going to show your work. Some of you might be doing some partial sums. Some of you might be doing a traditional algorithm. I'm going to go with partial sums today. So I'm going to go with 600 plus 200 gives me 800. Then I'm going to add my tens. 70 plus 90. I know that's 160. And 5 plus 8, I know is 13. Now I'm going to add all of those together, making sure I show all steps and all of my work nice and neat and clear. And I'm going to get, let's see, 800 plus 100 is 900, 960, 970. 973 is the answer that I get. Okay? I'm going to remember to write it up here as part of my answer. And then I'm going to write my statement to make it very clear. How many apples did Lily pick in all? Lily picked 973 apples. Okay? So you need to be sure you have all these steps. You need to be sure you have an equation. You need to be sure you show your work. And then you need to be sure that you write a statement. All three pieces must be included in your work. It must be accurate. When you're done, if you are working virtually and you want to call a friend and have them check your work, that would be great. So if you guys want to work together and have each other check your answer, wonderful. Okay? Let's just take a look at one more example. Here's another word problem. Andrew needs to collect a bunch of materials in Minecraft to build a house. He collects blank pieces of wood and blank pieces of cobblestone. How many pieces of material does he have? So I'm going to pretend this time I'm a fourth grader. And I'm going to say that he collects, let's see, 1,268 pieces of wood. And he collects 1,594 pieces of cobblestone. I'm just coming up with these numbers myself, okay? So I'm going to start off by writing my equation. So I know I'm going to have 1,268 plus 1,594. That is my equation I need to solve. Now, as a fourth grader, I'm going to solve it using my traditional algorithm. So I'm going to set my problem up vertically, 1,594. And I'm going to go ahead and solve vertically. 8 plus 4 is 12. So I'm going to regroup here. 6, 9, and 1, that's going to be 16. 5, 2, and 1 is going to be 8. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So there's my answer. There's my work shown. I'm going to put it back up here, 2,862. And then I'm going to write my statement. How many pieces of material does he have? Andrew has 2,862 pieces of material. Okay? You may also choose to write your own. Just make sure it is complete and it has a proper question that gives the reader the knowledge that this would be an addition problem, and then go ahead and solve it. When you are finished, I would like you to post it in Seesaw, and then you can also post your final product on your webpage. Okay? Good luck. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions.